I'm going to give you guys a list of things that I believe would have helped me if I actually fully comprehended it and it clicked with me a couple of years ago, or even earlier in life. I wish I would have knew this and I actually understood it. So number one is probably the one that will benefit you the most. Do not take yourself, life, this experience, and this journey seriously. That seriously. Don't make it too serious, because I promise you this: at the end of the day, when this is all said and done, this is not as serious as your mind's telling you it is or making it out to be. It's just simply not. So, what I mean by that is there's things you should take seriously. For an example, you should take opening your heart and loving others seriously. You should take evolving the mind seriously. You should take being of service to others seriously. Doing to others and improving yourself and cutting out any negative things that affect you in your life and that have control over you. Detach. These are the things that you should take seriously. But yourself, as in terms of what you want to portray to other people or you want other people to see you as, don't take that too seriously. In terms of, well, this will go into another one, saving the world, or you think there's something grand that you need to fulfill. Don't take that too seriously. Don't take any of this too seriously, really. You got to find a balance in between taking it serious and not taking it at all. So number two, this is going to tie into this. Well, not really, but I used it towards the end, and then they can go into this. The world, listen to me very carefully. The world does not need to be saved. It's your perspective. Your perspective is what needs to change. The world doesn't need to be saved. We, us, I need to be saved. And when I say saved, I'm not talking about what you normally think when you hear the word saved. We need to say, and who do we need to be saved from? This is something you have to know yourself. The only thing that needs to be saved is us from ourselves. So the world doesn't need to be saved. And I'm telling you this because there's going to be a distinct point in this journey to where you think that the world is in shambles. We're nearing an apocalypse. Well, no, I don't want to say apocalypse. Apocalypse would be a good thing. We're nearing the end of the world, Armageddon or whatever you want to say. And you, in all your wisdom and all your knowing or whatever, you're going to need you got to save the world. Or you're here to save the world, or you're here to bring a higher frequency to the world, which, to be completely honest, that could be true. I don't know. But I'm telling you from what I know thus far in my experiences, the world don't need to be saved. We need to be saved from ourselves, not the devil, not anything else, not to be escorted to heaven with God or Jesus or whatever you believe, but ourselves. That's it. That's what needs to be saved. 3, don't try too hard. Do not try too hard. And this may sound counterintuitive, but it is how it is. Don't try too hard. You have to try. Obviously, you have to try. But don't try too hard and don't get too attached to things like that, because that will lead to a lot of suffering, anxiety, and just silliness. You gotta let control go at a certain point, my friend, and just go with the flow. So number 4 would be, nothing is going to get handed to you. Now listen to me. When I say nothing's going to get handed to you, I mean, dude, you're going to have some amazing luck in life. You're going to get what seems to be stuff handed to you at rare times. But what I don't think people understand is it coincides with things you've already done. So you're getting it in return. So you think that's luck. Imagine what would happen if you just continuously lived in that nature and then things kept coming back to you. But also, really things are not going to get handed to you. You have to reach out and grab them. They might be put right in front of you, but you still have to reach out and get them. So work towards reaching out and getting things and not expecting them to be handed to you, because it's not. What benefit would you get from anything being handed to you? Really think about this. If you did not have to evolve, and you didn't have to suffer, and you didn't have to put in the work and figure things out so you could live better going forward, and stuff was just handed to you, well, it's kind of like the old, I can't remember who said this. I believe it was Jesus, or supposedly Jesus. Teach a man how to fish. Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for life. So it's kind of the same concept here. I'm not entirely sure what number I'm on, so I'm going to go into the next one. It's literally all perspective. Your perspective, the way you view the world, the way you view yourself and view others, is 100% on your perspective. The only difference between hell and heaven is perspective. Just put it that way. I'm sure you guys have saw me in some of these videos like go pretty hard on religions in the past, go pretty hard on spiritual people in the past, go pretty hard on society, what people think and the way they act. And that was more of a mirror of myself, a projection, than it was what's going on inherently, you know? So it's just a perspective. You're one perspective shift away from paradise. Let's put it that way. The next one, which is I believe will be the last one for this one, I might make this a series, is to go along with the Dark Night of the Soul and the Losing the Human Mind. But this one is very important as well. Do not, this is kind of going to be a two-parter, do not put energy and attention is very valuable. It just is the case. So let's say you have 100% in you, and you give 10% to this, 20% to that, 5 or 6% here and there because you're getting caught up and distracted and caring about what other people think or other people's problems or any of this, hanging around toxic, negative people. Now that's another one too, I'll get into it actually in this video. Hanging around these people, letting them suck your energy and giving them your attention. Do not do that. Be very careful where you put your energy. If you have to cut people out of your life, do it. If you have to detach from people, do it. And this is going to lead in to this next one. But be very careful where you put your energy and attention, because it will F you in the end. Not in the end, it will F you until you see it and fix it. I had to learn that the hard way. And the next one is the end one. Be very careful of your friends and the people you associate with and hang around. If they do not have any ambitions, if they're just miserable people, if they're rude, judgmental people that talk about others and that are have, like I said, no ambitions or plans, and they always want to complain about something, or they're just bad friends in general, like to you, like they don't act like a good friend. They don't do things good friends would do. Cut these people out immediately. Actually, that's not true. Don't do that. Go voice your concern and express yourself to them. And if they cannot say that there is an issue and understand it and try to fix it going forward, cut them out. No questions asked. Don't even hesitate. These people will suck the life out of you. And you're going to fuck a lot of things up hanging around people like that. Just trust me. So, but that's it. Like I said, I probably will do a part 2 because there's like a bunch I could say. But it is a game of form in the play of life. I'm you talking to you. And so is everyone else. I love you, my friend. Wake up.